Surprised it all still works after this long.
When it comes to the Lost Tales, there are usually two factions in the comment section. There are those people who've never seen it before and see the clips and want to know, hey, what was this? I can't remember seeing this, or is this part of Crusade, or is it an episode that I'm not familiar with? For those of us who have seen The Lost Tales, um, I think my wife put it best after she saw it. Her reaction was, what the fuck was that? It was basically my reaction as well, because when the DVD first came out, it was The Lost Tales. And there was a hope for the both of us, because we're both lovers of Babylon 5, that this would conclude some of the storylines that were left open, like what happened to Lanier, what happened to David, John Sheridan's and Delenn's son. There are a whole lot of threads there that were left open and we don't know what happened there. So we were hoping that this DVD would close some of those threads and hand us the lost tales that we were looking for. What we got instead was this. This DVD has two stories on it. The first story is basically a religious story. It's to do with possession. A crew member of Babylon 5 ends up being possessed while going back home on a holiday. What possesses him ends up being an alien species which were cast down to Earth as prisoners, and this particular entity tried to escape by possessing this person in order to get off Earth and into the universe. That's basically where what the hell is this all about? This is not what I was expecting for the Lost Tales of Babylon 5. The second story is about Prince Ventari, which happens to be the son of Emperor Cartagia, and Galen's prediction that he will bring doom to Earth 40 years from now. The second story is a little bit better and more in line with the Babylon 5 that we're familiar with. But having said that, these weren't the stories we were expecting. This wasn't the tales that we were hoping for. We were hoping for something a hell of a lot better. We were, like I said, hoping for a finality to some of the stories that were left behind. These two stories, which are basically one story, but they're told in they're two stories in one. These stories take place 10 years after the formation of the Interstellar Alliance, which places these stories between the last two episodes of Babylon 5. So between Object at Rest and Sleeping in Light. This is where this story belongs. For those of you who haven't seen it, the clip that I showed on my channel here, that battle scene, is the most exciting part of this DVD. That's it. So if you're hoping for a great, exciting episode of Babylon 5, this is not it. If you're hoping for any answers to the lost threads or any questions that were never concluded, this is not it. These are just two random ass stories just chucked out there on a DVD and thrown into the public. That's all this is. Just two random episodes of Babylon 5. And that's it. That's it. Exciting as it gets. There's nothing more to it. So if you're hoping for answers, this is the most disappointing thing that you can ever discover. Having said that, if you want a complete Babylon 5 collection, then this has to be part of our collection. And that's why it's part of my collection. No, it's actually part of my collection because I thought it was something. I thought it was an answer to the questions. What happened to Lanier? What happened to David? Did they revive Marcus? Like I said, I would have loved to have seen at least an episode where Marcus gets revived way in the future, like a random ranger sacrifices his life to bring Marcus back alive with the same machine that killed him, because there is some mission maybe far in the future. Now that episode, I think it was the end of the second season, where you had these little steps in time where they showed events happening in the future, where at the end it was they leave Earth and they go to New Earth, but they'd basically become Vorlons type things. It's somewhere in there where they revive him and they need him because of the information he has of the past or some knowledge he has. Who knows? Just a good old-fashioned Babylon 5 episode. That's all I want. What do you want? Oh, wrong questions. Who are you? Oh, wrong question. Anyway, if you had a choice, this is my question to you, the people who actually clicked on this video. If you had a choice of what you wanted the Lost Tales to be, if you had a choice of what you wanted to see in just a random ass DVD like this put out there, what would you want? What are the two, if there were two episodes that you wanted to see, what would they be? For me personally, it'll be the story of David. I'll take both episodes about the story of David. For me personally, I'll want to see that thread. I want to see where that went for me. Now, for you, tell me what you would have wanted if Joe Straczynski decides to, okay, I want to put 2 more episodes out there. What would you want to see? Tell me in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please leave me a like. It'll boost my ego a wee bit. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.
I have never heard you answer that question. Who are you? What do you want?